In honor of Uranus re-entering Taurus today, I want to share a tarot reading with you. Uranus in Taurus is all about material intelligence. I just made a video explaining this from my perspective. In this case, tarot cards are material and they allow us to access intelligence. In fact, it's the intelligence of the algorithm of the world that we live in. And tarot specifically works based on your energy and the energy around you. And so it's very important to have clarity beyond what you normally do, to have an intention that is clear, to hold an emotional tone as well when working with any type of divination source. In fact, divination and material intelligence, I would say, are two of the very similar things. In particular, I would put things like tarot, the I Ching, any type of divination that actually requires a physical intervention. You know, you could say astrology has a physical intervention to it through a computer, through a printed ephemeris. However, I would lean that more in an Aquarian, even a mercurial type of divination. Astrology isn't divination quite in the same way as, again, the I Ching or tarot cards are. So with that, I'm going to be asking one question, which I think has been my most practically helpful and useful question that I've been using in my life. I recommend you to do this too. If you don't have a tarot card deck in your possession, there's a wonderful website that I like to use called selfgazer.com. This is not sponsored, but you can write in your question and have it draw a card for you. I really like Self-Gazer, so check that out. But I have a deck, and I'm gonna shuffle and I'm gonna draw a card. And I'll tell you right now, here's the question. So you can start to be open and think about what comes up in your brain. So my question I'm gonna ask tarot is, what is keeping me from what I want? So basically, what is in the way of me getting what I want? And this is very, very clear. And what it does is it kind of forces you to identify what you want, right? I'll tell you the one, this is very vulnerable for me to say this. I don't know why. The one that I've been doing for myself is, what is in between me and a relationship? Okay? And I have had some very profound insights from drawing just one card. And the fun thing about me and the way that I work with divination, including astrology, I would say, is I'm very positive. I read very positively. But when you do a reading this way with tarot cards, you have to interpret negatively, right? You have to interpret the block. And I think that's a very helpful stance for me, because also implied in this structure of questioning is the need for a solution, because this is the block that is simply between you and what you want. And once you can see it, you can walk around it. You can decide to go through it. You can hop over it. You know what I mean? The block is the key itself, right? The medicine is in the wound. So this is one of my favorite types of readings to do. And what I've decided to do is to offer a very specific astrology reading, which also includes this very simple tarot card reading. So if you're interested in that, I actually have a whole form you can fill out to start asking yourself some questions about what's going on in the astrology, what's the potentials right now. But yeah, just check out the form, because even answering the questions themselves helps to start jogging your brain about what's going on. But definitely do get a reading with me, submit the form, book with me, because this is such a powerful time to get very clear on your motivations. I'm calling the reading Vision and velocity. Vision, because I do think we're seeing things pretty clearly right now. Even though Mercury retrograde, I don't care. I think we're seeing things very clearly. And velocity, because we need to act, we need to have speed, we need to do things. And I don't care if you feel like the thing you end up doing is the wrong thing, because what we are not doing right now is not acting. Okay? So let's do this reading. This card, I'm going to pull one card. And the card is going to say what is in between you and what you want. Now, this is a general reading, but I think hopefully you'll be able to take something from it. I'll do a little bit of waxing poetic on the card that I pull. But yeah, so bring something to mind. What is it that you want? That you don't have it. You feel like you can't have it. You're not getting it. This card is going to show what's in between you and that thing right now. Okay? So let me shuffle and pull. No, I don't know if I can. And I'm not going to read a flipped card this time. I'm only going to read a upright card, so however it comes out, it's going to be upright. Okay. Whatever card flies out is what I'm going to take, okay? All right, we got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is currently what is in between you and what you want. So I will interpret this a little bit, but I want you to think about it for yourself. What is the thing you decided you want, and what is the Queen of Swords? What is keeping you from it? Okay? The Queen of Swords is clarity. Any of the Swords cards are about mental clarity, decision making, and just, it is an air sign. It is about thoughts. It is about coherence in the mind, in communication. And it's a queen, though. You know what I mean? This isn't the King of Swords. This isn't like sharp institutional stuff. This is personal clarity. This is, you know, you knowing what is going to nurture your life. So with this being in the position of blocking you from what you want right now, it is very likely to me that you are needing to nurture clarity. You need to nurture the clarity that you have. This is the Ace of Swords. The queen is holding it. She is resourced. She's a queen and she has an idea. She's already swung it. She's holding it. She has the sword. Okay? She has clarity. She has an idea. She's holding it. She needs to embody it. And this, again, this could be someone outside of you who you are, wanting to have an emotional connection with, who is holding an idea that is incoherent with your idea, but more likely than that this is your own internal incoherence. But again, it's not a type of coherence that you should be beating yourself up about or cutting off cold turkey. This is the type of coherence of an idea that is yours to nurture, right? Again, it's a queen. This is someone who has the resources to grow something, to grow an idea. If it was the king, this would be about drawing lines, telling people what to do, delegating, and like speaking very, very clearly. The queen, this is how your mind works, okay? And I think that's spot on. And yeah, I really hope you got something from this. I think this is a perennial thing, collapsing internal contradiction in a very loving, a very kind way, and moving forward because again, your worth, your value. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope you have an excellent day, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Do get a reading at the link in my bio, the link in the description, and bye.